Take a look who's here. We have Maurice, Ashley in the studio with us. Maurice, welcome. Welcome, St. Louis. Welcome back to the show. What brings you here?
St. Louis. I think there's a chess tournament happening.
Right.
So I figured I would show up.
Yeah. There is, absolutely. And you've participated as a commentator in U.S. championships all throughout the years, for so many years. How do you feel about this year's championship? What's different?
Well, there's some slight controversy that was preceded this tournament. And so certainly a lot of people were interested in seeing how that developed. It's a whole new world now. I mean, I left chess for 1 year to go do my writing and my chess courses, and all heck broke loose. I mean, it's been wild. So I think that has kept people on their edges of their seats, and now we're seeing delay, 30-minute delay going on, and all the new security measures. It's some of it quite sad for me, but it's what it seems like it's needed.
Talk to me about that a bit. Did you go to the playing hall at all? Did you get checked?
No, I'm not getting monded. You're not getting monded. Up and down. I've seen all the craziness. No, I haven't been to the playing hall. I literally just landed, and then Tom said, "Get in the chair." So that's why I'm here. But I think it's kind of strange. I mean, we used to just basically trust people, and now the paranoia is complete, and it just, I think, a very sad thing for our game.
How do you feel all these new measures change the dynamic of the game? For the players, for the commentators, maybe even for spectators?
I think for the spectators, it's the worst thing. I think the players will just take it in stride. They are just playing chess, as they always have. I think for us as commentators, or for you as commentators, you're probably more assured that it's legit, and you get to talk about a little bit more interesting stuff. Stuff that's just crazy, though. I mean, admittedly, when people are taking pictures of people being wanded in certain body parts, that's over the top. I can't. But for the spectators, I think it's the worst part, because as a fan, you used to be able to go into the room, see the players, soak up some of the atmosphere, see these great giants that you love so much. And now it's like, no, you're not allowed in. You can't have that. And we've been dying for years and years. As chess commentators, as ambassadors of the game, we want to bring the fans in. And now it's, no, you can't walk in. So I think that's, for me, the saddest part of the whole thing.
It's definitely a new chess world now. We're going to work you a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what's happening in the positions. I told you, I just landed.
First of all, this is what happened in the game between Fabiano and a Wonder. Check this out. Knight f6, knight e5, knight takes e4.
It's usually a rookie blunder. What is this?
Exactly. That's what we thought as well. And take a look. He actually equalized out of the opening. A Wonder, that is.
A Wonder's been playing some funky stuff.
Yes,
you got to admit.
Yes.
He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm just a student.
Yes.
I'm not really serious," and then he bashes Aronian over the head. All these crazy openings we're seeing. I think when you're free, you can just play chess, and it's a nice place to be. No pressure. I don't have to win. I don't have to win the tournament, big deal, I'm a college student. You can just play, and you can experiment. And that's not, I don't think the veterans like to see the young guys being like this. Like, I don't care, I'm just going to play anything I want against you. I mean, if Fabi doesn't win this game, it'll be embarrassing. Like, who plays 94 against you in a Petrov and equalize?
Speaking of Fabi, how do you feel about his performance so far? He's been having a rough year. The Olympiad, the candidates, but now finally it seems like he's back. Do you feel the same way?
The world's not right without Fabiano Caruana playing good chess. Like, the chess world's just not right. We need to see him playing well. He was a #2 player in the world, cemented as such for so long. He was a great challenger to Magnus. Fabi's got to be playing well. You see Fabi at number, what did he drop to number 12 once? Or?
I think he's back at number 5.
But I mean, but he dropped.
Yes,
I mean, he dropped out of the top 10,
yes.
Fabiano Caruana. That's outrageous. So to see him back in the hunt. The thing, though, about Fabi that's crazy is he only won 1 U.S. championship. Like, when he won his first one, we said, oh, man, this is it. He's going to just run them up. He's the best player in the U.S. He hasn't won one since, which is insane. So the world should be set right if he keeps this up and does what he needs to do and wins again. No surprise to anybody. It's good to see him playing good chess.
That was actually the first year he came and represented the United States.
That's
and
right.
He won instantaneously.
Yep.
That was his first one and the last one. Let's wait and see whether he's going to be able to win this one as well.
Hasn't Wesley won like a couple in between?
I think 3 of them.
But since Fabi won.
3 of them.
Like, that's
exactly.
Insane. That's crazy.
Yep.
And despite him being the #1 player in the country.
Maurice, what are you doing nowadays? You were talking about courses, writings. What's
It's exactly what I'm doing. I did a course for Chessable, The Secrets of Chess Geometry, doing quite well. I also wrote a children's book. That's going to be coming out next year. I'm in the process now of writing another book on chess. and then next. Oh, about to sign a deal to do yet another book. It looks like I'm fully in content creation mode. I'm like Yasser Seirawan. As many books as he has. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. I also am doing a lot of corporate speeches, corporate engagements, and some traveling as well. Coming up in November, I'll be going to Senegal with my 2 children. I've been to Africa many times, but now I finally get to take the youngins on our first family trip, if you will, to Senegal, to Africa, so that's something I'm really excited about.
And if I'm not mistaken, you also have a trash-talking chess app.
That's correct? Where you been? That's old. That's been around for a while.
How is that going?
It's okay. It's okay. You know, apps are tricky things to make any money off, but it has some of my best teaching ideas in it.
Absolutely. Yasser.
Well, first of all, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. A U.S. championship would have been incomplete without you, Maurice. So welcome. Expand a little bit on the children's book. How are you going to inspire kids with your children's book? What are you teaching?
Well, it's not a chess book per se, specifically. I don't know where my camera should be right now. Am I looking at this camera? Yes. It's not a chess book per se. It's a book about my early life. So it's more of an inspirational, motivational book.
Gotcha.
And that way, I talk a little bit about growing up in Brooklyn, getting the trash talking, as you mentioned, from back in the day when I was playing in the Hustlers in the Park, and also my first time playing chess. And you know, stuff I'm writing actually includes you in it, Yasser.
Me?
Yeah,
what?
Absolutely.
What?
One little scene between me and you when I met you. Remember Mikhail Tal, that game that I showed that sacrifice when he was playing against Kamsky?
Yes, with Kamsky. Kamsky defected in that tournament, the New York Open, right?
Yes, exactly. So I am definitely going way back, but to talk about humble beginnings and focusing on loving something, being passionate about something, and becoming successful at it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, an inspirational book. Well, Anastasia,
Yes.
do you have any questions for our colleague, Maurice?
Of course. I wanted first of all to ask Maurice how many calls he got during these times when this drama has started, and maybe something interesting, any story behind the scene.
For you, with this whole cheating scandal.
Yes.
Well, one story comes to mind. I'm not sure I can say on air, but so I got a lot of calls. That's what I got a lot of calls from everybody. The Wall Street Journal, NBC, you name it. Everybody was giving me phone calls. They wanted me to do an interview and have. Matter of fact, after I leave here, I'm going to be on New Zealand television with another call.
New Zealand.
It went so far.
It keeps on going. But speaking of that part of the world, Australian television reached out to me, and I did this interview, and I don't know if I could say these words on air.
Look, we have a 30-minute delay, Maurice, so we can cut
We got a 30-minute delay. We'll edit it out.
Interviewing me, and in the middle of the interview, he says to me, "Tell me about vibrating you-know-what."
Beads.
Like, this is in the middle of an interview, which they ended up being on air. And I said, I don't want to talk about that topic. Like, like sex toys in a chess interview.
Right.
And I said, that's the way the brain goes now. And he says, yeah, you're right. It looks like nowadays we just go straight for the... And you know the part. And I was like, bro. And it made the air. It was like, I said, I guess they do it different in Australia.
Wow.
But he had no problem talking about it and bringing it up. So first time I think somebody has interviewed me, and I was at a loss for words of what to say afterwards. Because you know me, I always have something to say. But this time,
Wow.
Really Maurice, question for you, buddy. Have you ever had a game, whether it be online or at the board, where you felt something was wrong with your opponent, like you were getting gamed or something was happening that just didn't sit well with you, online or over the board?
I would say over the board, never.
Never.
Never. I've never felt, no. Over the board, no. But online, when I've been on stream, it did happen that once I was playing with Irina in Hand and Brain, and we were playing against a player who was supposed to be about 1700, 1800, and all the players' moves were like Yasser Cyril.
Bang, bang, bang.
We were looking at we were, you know, it was
Right,
streaming, and so we
right.
could see, and we were like, this 1800 is kind of strong. They were dropping bombs, you know, like
Right.
nuances. I mean, we could have been playing you, Yasser.
Right.
So we kind of felt funny in that one, I must admit.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's the only time. Interesting.
It's also interesting for me to know, Maurice, what do you think about women chess championships? Because we have many different players this time, youngsters. Alice Lee,
14-player field.
Yes, yes.
Megan Lee right now leading the tournament.
Yes. What are
I
your
gotta
thoughts?
say, I love it when you see the youngsters starting
Right.
to excel. Like, that's the best thing you can have. So the youngsters showing it. Yeah, we have Fabian, we have Dominguez, and you know, and we have Irina and the vets who we love and we've been with for years, right? They've
Right.
grown up in front of our eyes and maybe even growing older in front of our eyes. But without the future, then there's nothing. There's just the way it should be. And so it's good to see young blood on the female side and the women's side for sure, seeing them not be afraid at all. Like just absolutely fearless. They're here to show no respect to their elders. In fact, I mean, this word disrespect has been a part of this championship. Who knew that this would be the disrespect U.S. championship?
Yes.
But I think it's right. I think the youngsters should be like, I'm here. I've seen you enough. I played you enough. Now they're mainly veterans. Even the young players are like veterans in the field. They should be thinking, we got game. Show me what you got. And
Right.
so I'm excited to see a sort of shifting at the top. I don't think it's a full change of the guard yet. You know, you can't tell Fabi he's old. but it should be that the youngsters
Right.
start to show their stuff. And we know that the future is bright in U.S. chess.
Absolutely. Maurice, it's wonderful to see you. Thank you. How long are you in town for?
I'll be here until the end.
Wow.
Oh,
Until the
brilliant.
finish line, I know. Yeah.
Oh, my
Don't
God.
say goodbye.
We just
Why I'm come to the cold in the Midwest when I could be in Florida, but, you know, on the beach.
Right.
But I get the beach all the time anyway now that I've moved down there. So I'm going to hang out.
Well, we'll pull you in more often. Where are you hanging out? Over at the Chase?
You know, we can't tell where we're sleeping.
Oh, that's right. Stalkers. Yeah. Commentators are in
on the
great
podcast.
demand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
remember.
We need to get you on the podcast, Maurice.
I'm around.
All right.
I'm around.
Lovely. Maurice, again,
Thank you,
great to
Maurice.
see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thanks. Thanks
you.
for having
Thank
me.
you.
Absolutely. And, of course, wonderful. Good luck on the Chessable courses. I know that Maurice is also